Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Well, there's someone I would like to introduce to you.
Who would that be?
Is it boy or girl? Well, Mom, Dad, meet my future husband, Puan. Well, meet my parents, Mom and Dad.
Saya Uncle.
Waalaikumsalam.
How are you guys doing?
We're good.
Good. Alhamdulillah.
Please come on in. Come on. Please have a seat first.
Good, thank you, Auntie. Why, Uncle?
Mom, Dad, how you guys think about one?
I think it's good.
But you are just 16-year-old.
Don't worry, Uncle, Auntie. I will take care of her.
Are you sure whether getting married at this early age? Fine if you insist.
Really?
Yes.
Where is it? Oh, Hey, what's wrong with you?
You are my problem. I saw that book first and it should be mine.
I got the book first, so it obviously is mine.
I
What's your problem?
I got an idea.
Oh yeah.
What if we play rock, paper, scissors, and if I win, I take the book.
Fine. Bring it on. Awesome.
Yes.
Man, oh man.
Give me that book. Instead, give me. I win the game, right?
Fine. Take it.
Okay, after I finish reading this book, I will give it to you instantly. Okay, instantly. Okay, I will. But how I want to give you?
Wait a second. This is my phone number.
Your phone number.
Yeah.
We-
If you finish it,
We can
you
just.
give it to me.
We can just. Okay, fine. Okay. A little bit and I finish this. Book is very interesting. Okay, I finish. Yeah. Now I must WhatsApp him, right? I think I saved his number already. Oh, this is.
Oh, what's that? Who is it? Oh, this is the girl who took my book. And he's just finished reading. Where so? Who should I choose? These two are pretty. Who should I choose? Syaheerah or Ezleen? Hey, which should I choose? Oh, I got a flower. Ezleen. Syaheerah. Ezleen. Syaheerah. 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 Syaheerah!
No way that you see me cry.
Shall we start? Yes, let's get it started. So, Bert, are you sure you want to marry him? Oh, you're just 16 years old. No worries, I think she can handle it.
Oh, saya.
So, Mr. Mohd Syazwan Bin Zol,
Yes.
I marry off and wed off Nur Izin Batrisyah Binti Aziz with a dowry 300 ringgit in cash.
I don't think I can do this.
Seriously?
Yes.
You are just wasting my time, man. So what?
I'm so sorry. I want to call off.
Oh, why? Do you really have to do this?
Yes.
Don't you love me?
Yes. Yes, I do. So I call someone.
How could you do this to my daughter? Fine. See you in court.
Yeah, you see. Yes. Yes. Let's go.
사랑을 했다 우리가 만나 지우지 못할 추억이 됐다 볼만한 멜로드라마 괜찮은 결말 그거면 됐다 널 사랑했다 우리가 만든 love scenario 이젠 조명이 꺼지고 마지막 페이지를 넘기면 조용히 막을 내리죠 에이 괜찮지만은 않아 이별을 마주한다
Why is he crying? Stop looking at this photo.
Mom, I've made up my mind. What if I continue my study? What do you say?
I think it's a good idea. Besides that, you still can forget about that useless guy.
I guess this is the direction. Good luck for me.
Next. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Take a seat.
Thank you.
You are Ezleen, right?
Yes, I am.
So, this is your scholarship. Congrats, you got a scholarship. So, please sign this. Thank you. And I would like to say that once you finish your study, you have to get a degree. So, be okay with this beginning. I'm aware and I completely understand. Thank you.
The British Airways Open Cadet Pilot Program for Airline Transport Pilot License. What an opportunity. I should grab this opportunity. But I have contract with Malaysia Airlines. What should I do?
Well, Ezleen, you should to the British Airways. They pay you with a high salary.
Yes, you're right. Why should I just proceed with the stupid agreement?
No, you can't. You have an agreement with Malaysia Airlines for 5 years. You can't breach the contract.
No, because Airways, they got many and highly paid salaries. Just go with it. Trust me.
Yes,
buy a car for me. And you know, it is very hot up there and I don't like it.
You know what, honey? I'm already running out of pain right now.
And also my face. No.
Oh, you don't believe me, eh? Okay. You look here. So sorry, honey. I can't afford. I don't think I can afford you a car. So,
Okay,
let's
it's
go.
fine.
I want to rest.
Fine.
Hello?
Hello?
Sheila, where are you?
I'm here.
There you are.
Why are you so busy?
You have a problem?
I just had a problem with my husband.
No worries. I have a solution for you. Have a seat.
What solution?
This fit.
What is this feel?
These pills I've been consuming every time I got problems.
Are you serious?
Yes, just give it a try.
Okay, I will try it. Thank you for your concern.
You're welcome.
Car showcase. Showcase.
Hey, miss. How can I help you?
I would like to buy a car.
Are you sure you want to buy a car?
I don't matter how much does it cost. I just want to buy it. So, what you recommend?
Hey, don't get angry at me. So, miss, this is our car catalog. You can see it here. Okay.
Saga, Viva,
This is our latest production that we
Mazia.
have.
This is it. I want this car. I want this one.
No, don't knock the car. The car is still new. Okay, miss?
You know that I'm stressed.
No, I don't know. So, miss, if you want to buy this car, please go over there.
Where?
To meet Mrs. Filzah. Miss, please go over here. Just come over here. Why are you so? I think you're so drunk right now.
No, I'm very healthy.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Please, please.
Hello?
Hi, have a seat, miss. Okay, miss. So, which car? Okay, miss. What kind of car do you want?
Car.
Yes.
I want this Mazia.
50K.
Car.
So, as you know, you have to pay for the down payment first.
Down payment.
Yep.
Okay.
So, you have to sign here first. This is your name, you're Syaheerah. You have to check first. Okay.
No, Syaheerah.
Is it correct? Okay then. So the next document is the car agreement. You have to sign here as a proof that you want to buy that.
Again. I
Yes,
must sign
this is
again.
what for the down payment. You have to sign here.
Okay. That's it. Did you see her just?
Did you see her just now? She's acting so weird. Yeah, she was under something. But I think since you already signed the both documents you already signed, within 1 week I will call you back.
1 week.
Yep.
You will call me back.
Yes, to confirm everything. Thank you. Miss, are you okay?
Sorry. I'm okay. Okay. I'm just. Thank you.
Miss, sorry. The
What?
door is over there.
Where?
The door is over there.
Sorry. Thank you.
Take care, Miss.
Did you see her?
Yes.
What's up with her?
She's acting so weird.
Yeah,
I think she's under something.
yeah, I agree too.
What is it?
Who's sleeper? Is
You
this?
better get her back. I think you better get her back. Miss Syaheerah. is a land grant. This is my name. So the land is definitely mine. Since I don't have enough penny, I think this might be useful. Money, money, money. I'll be rich. It's done.
Well, excuse me, miss.
Yes?
What are you waiting for? You give me easy right now.
I wait for someone to buy my land.
This is your land?
Yes, this is my land.
You look so young. How old are you?
I'm just 16 years old.
16 years old?
Yes.
And you own a land?
Yes, this is my land.
Wow.
Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. You must be Filzah, right? Yes, I am. You must be Nabila, the one who at shop light? Yes, that's me. Oh, so take a look. This is the land I want to sell to you. Oh, have a look first. Here. Okay. So as we agree, you have to pay me half price of the land. Okay then. So here's the check. Are you rich? This can't be happening. Hello? Hello, this is Filzah. Why did it take so long for you to change the land name? Sorry, everything was mistake. I don't want you for any reason. I want my money back.
Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. So today, we're going to talk about a law of contract. So, the fourth element to enter a contract is a capacity. A person who wants to enter a contract must have capacity.
If a person does not have capacity, then the contract becomes void.
According to Section 11 of Contract Act, first, that person must reach an age of majority according to the law which is subject to. And in Malaysia, the age of majority is 18 years.
Meaning that if you are below 18, then you cannot enter into a contract.
Secondly, the person is son of mind. It means that the person is able to make a decision, able to form a decision, and that person know what is the effect of the contract to him. Then only the person is son of mind.
Under Malaysia Age of Majority Act, which is 18 years old, meaning that if you want to enter a contract, you must 18 years old and above. For underage, the contract will be void ab initio. However, there's an exception, meaning a minor can enter into a contract and the contract is still valid. Under Section 4A of the Age of Majority Act 1971 now provides that nothing in the Act shall affect the capacity of any person to act in the following matters, namely marriage, divorce, dower, and adoption. In this case, the marriage contract between a minor, Ezleen, and a defendant, Syazwan, is a valid contract. The plaintiff mother cannot sue the defendant since the contract is between a minor, Ezleen, and the defendant, Syazwan. So, Ezleen is the one who can sue the plaintiff, Syazwan, for breach of a promise to marry. This is also same with the case of Rajeswari and Balakrishnan, where they agreed to be married and have exchanged gifts. Suddenly, defendant Balakrishnan do not want to proceed the contract of marriage. Then, Rajeswari want to sue Balakrishnan because he breached the promise to marry. Then in the court, Balakrishnan said that the plaintiff is a minor and the contract is void ab initio. But since there is an exception under Section 4A2, the religion and religious right of any class of person within Malaysia.
Under Section 69 scholarship, it is said education is necessary to minors. So, if the minor cannot obtain the education, the minor need a scholarship, and if it's necessary, the minor must pay it. Like in Ezleen's case, she wanted to further her studies in Malaysia Airlines. Then she made an agreement with the company. The agreement said after she finishes her study, she must work with the company for 5 years. But Idris then breached the contract by work for 2 years only because she had found a more better place for her to work after that. Then the company claimed for consumption and Idris must pay it. This is because Section 69 said if it necessary, she or he must pay back the scholarship. In this case, the scholarship is necessary for Ezleen to further her studies. Bicharan obtained a scholarship to further studies as Teacher Training Institute and is supposed to serve with government for 5 years, but he only served 3 years only. The government claimed him from consumption. Even though Bicharan said that he is not liable because he is minor, he cannot. In this case, education is necessary for a minor because for a better future. The court held yes, this is necessity. However, the amount that Bicharan need to pay is not actual amount, but just a small amount. Okay.
So for the second one, the capacity of Samai. So in the law of contracts, section 12, section 1, it said that a person is said to be son of mine for the purpose of making a contract if at the time when he makes it, he is capable to understand and also he can form a rational judgment which is effect on his interest. A person is an unsounded mind if he or she mentally disordered person, incapacitated through sickness, alcohol and also other drugs, unless during the period when he is sound of mind, he may enter the contract. The contract is voidable provided the other party knows about the soundness of mind. So we can look at the case of when Syaheerah wants to buy a car, but she is under the influence of drug. In this scenario, the contract becomes void as she is not in a sounded mind, as she unable to understand and can't perform a rational judgment as to affect her interest and other people around her realize the condition.
Competent to contract falls under one of the elements of contract, which is capacity. Under Section 11 of the Contract Act 1950 provides that a person is competent to contract who is one of the age of majority according to the law to which he is subject, and who is sound of mind and is not disqualified from contracting by any law to which he is subject. There are also 3 categories of capacity, which are: first, age of majority, which is the person must at least 18 years old to enter the contract or else the contract is void. Secondly, the person must in his or her sound of mind. This statement indicates that if the person intended to enter the contract, he or she must be in a completely conscious. Thirdly, not disqualified from contracting by any law. This means he or she must not declare bankrupt. However, under the capacity general rule stated, contracts made by infants are considered void ab initio. Based on the video recorded by the students, Filzah is an orphan and her parents left her a piece of land with a grant. Filzah intended to sell the land to Nabila, who was interested in buying the land through shop lots since she has no penny in her pocket. However, Filzah was merely 16 years old, which is she's not adequate enough to enter the contract with Nabila. This case is very similar to Mohori Baby versus Darmodas Vos, which Darmodas Vos sold the land to Mohori Baby and he received the payment. At the time of the transaction, the attorney who acts on behalf of the moneylender had the knowledge that the defendant is a minor. The court held that the contract is void ab initio due to the minority of the age of defendant. Thus, the contract between Nabila and Filzah is void ab initio.
And section number 3. If there is other law, other statute which provides that the age of majority is different from the one provided by the Age of Majority Act, then we are going to follow that law. For example, election. To be able to vote during election day, you must be 21 years old, because under that law, it's provided that 21 years old, the age of majority. Meaning that if there is another law or statute that the age of majority is different from this act, we're going to give a priority to that law. Next exception is scholarship, especially for those scholarship which is obtained by the government bodies. Under Section 4A of a Contract Amendment Act 1976, if a minor enters into a contract with the government, then the contract will exist. The minor is an adult. The provision of this section says that any contract agreement between an appropriate authority, which is government, is regards of scholarship, awards, bursary, loan, sponsorship, or appointment to course of study, the provision of leaves with or without pay, or any other facilities for the purpose of education or learning, then that person will be considered as if the person is not a minor. Moving on to the exception number 6 is insurance under Insurance Act 1963. This contract is between the insurance company and the minor. So, if anything happened to the child is entitled to the compensation. The contract is valid because under Insurance Act has provided an exception which is over 10 years old and written consent of the parents or guardians is essential. Last one is the parentage. A minor who enters a parentage contract is a valid contract because it is fall under Section 13 Child and Young Person Employment Act 1966. Under this contract, a minor is on training and entitled to allowance. When they adult, they are going to be employed. To make it more clear, during the school holiday, SPM leavers, they usually will find part-time job. They are a minor, but since they are a exception, so the contract is valid.